happy weekend. Hope you guys are all fantastic and have had a great week. Welcome back to another video. Everything is good. The sun is out, you know, just living life and trying to stay in the moment. So that should be priority number one for all of us. I've had a couple questions about my hair, the hair color specifically. And the question was, what color is put on my hair? The answer to that is, I have no idea. Because my colorist, Christopher Pierce is his name, at the Andy LeCompte salon, the best human, the best everything. So he does my hair. And when I go, I try not to say, I want this. Although we give him direction, right? Because I don't want to walk out platinum blonde. But for the most part, I don't tell them exactly what color, because I think how your hair has lightened from the last appointment to maybe your skin color has changed a little bit, maybe, lots changes. So there's always a balance of like a little bit of this volume and a little less of that volume. And that comes up with this color. But I will say, you guys, my hair photographs a lot lighter than what it is. And there's something with the camera that like pulls out the red, I think. And back in my acting days, same thing. When you would take pictures or when you were on camera, the color of your hair was always different. So what you guys see here is actually a lot lighter than what it is. If you go to my Instagram page and you see a still, you'll see that my hair is a lot darker. And it's a fine line too, because I like it a little darker than what you guys are seeing. But when I go see Chris, I don't ask him for black, because in person, that is like too harsh. But if you were to see me in person, it's dark. It's dark. So the shades that they mix in that bowl is what gives it the dimension of looking a little bit lighter or a little bit redder or whatever, especially when the lights are on and the camera is on. So that's not gonna help you, because I have no idea what they do, and what you're seeing isn't even exactly what it is. So sorry about that. But the fine dance also too is when the grays start coming in and you have like one-dimensional hair or just dark hair, it's really difficult to chase those grays, because if my hair was lighter, which it was a couple of years ago, it's a little easier to hide because there's a little bit more bleach in there with those highlights, and then you don't see those grays like so intense. But bleach is hard on the hair, and my hair went through a period of just dry and thin, and I didn't want to keep putting bleach in my hair. So I've gone to one color, although there's different dimensions with it, it's still one color. So I know that doesn't help you guys. Sorry. The other thing was, I had a question about what bags I've had in the past, what I've sold, and why, kind of like that thought process. So that's a pretty good question, because when we're younger and are not making a whole lot of money, what we can afford is different than maybe necessarily what we like, right? So I definitely fell in that category. So when I was younger, it was a lot of Prada, Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, those kinds of designer bags that, by the way, are still really expensive, but they tend to be, they direct themselves into a fashion-forward mindset. So that means they're going to be making more bags every year, and the goal is to be commercial enough to sell them, right? So that's going to appeal to people that want to spend money more often on those items. And I think that when you're a little bit younger and you don't have the Hermes kind of budget, those bags are going to be a little bit easier to attain. And you look cool, right? Because it's always a personality purchase, right? When I was younger, I really couldn't afford designer clothes, and the pieces that last a very long time tend to be much more expensive. because they know that you're not gonna come back every season and buy a $4,000 blazer. So I could never afford to kind of dress like that. And that's why those low street brands are so good, because it gives you that the now look without those high prices. So how I showed my personality is the bags that I would buy. Balenciaga was another one that I thought was priced really well, and you were able to have a couple and look really cool and feel good and all the stuff that comes along with those designer bags. But those are also the bags that I have all sold. So, you know, I have one Louis Vuitton sack that was given to me by my husband, and I think I explained this a while back. He ended up putting a love lock on it, you know, one of those locks that you put on La Sienne in Paris, like devoting your love to each other, and I lost the key. So I can't get rid of that bag unless maybe I cut off that lock, but it's a really cute bag actually. So I have that, but I've all the other ones, the baguettes, the Speedies, I don't have a Neverfull. Like all of those I've sold, because as I've gotten more mature and my style has gotten a little bit more refined, I tend to really focus on Hermes and Chanel. Honestly, those are like the two brands that I feel are most consistent with their style long-term. And some people will say that that's boring, right? This is not the right way or the wrong way to do it. It's just the way I do it and how I look at fashion, investment pieces, and spending money. So the Prada nylons, the Givenchy, I can't even remember what they're called now, but they were like the bowling bag, Balenciaga. Now I do have the original Balenciaga city bag. That was such a phenomenon way back when. So I do have that. I have kept it. It is so mushy and so, actually, let me show it to you. So let me turn off the camera, go get it, and I'll show it to you. Okay. So this is the original Balenciaga City. And like literally this is, let's see if there's a tag in it still. Well, it cost me $1,445. That was a long time ago, because today they're over $2,000. So, gosh, I don't know what year this is, but this is like one of the first ones. And I don't want to get rid of it. It looks cool. It's in black, lambskin. It's completely and totally creased up, but I love it. And so when I wear like my denim and I want to look like cool girl vibe, I definitely grab that bag. So I've kept that. One classic bag that I did get rid of was a Chanel flap, black with gold hardware. I think I've talked about this before. And you know what? It just wasn't my vibe. I think if I were to rebuy it today, which I don't know if I could pay those prices, those today prices, I would probably do silver hardware. I feel like it's a little more doable for me. But you guys, like I did keep this brown with, you know, light gold hardware. So same bag, little different vibe. I think probably because I wear this with denim more, even like with what I'm wearing today. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more my vibe. So, you know, when you guys are looking for bags, you know, always go for, number one, what you're drawn to. Don't go for what everybody else is wearing, because if it doesn't fit your aesthetic and it doesn't fit your day-to-day life, it's not a good purchase. It's never a good purchase if it's like, oh, well, I just wear it when that's never a good purchase. So when you're looking at that, be mindful, because now the bags have gotten so expensive, and even the Givenchys and the Balenciagas and all of those kind of mid-tiered bags, they're in the thousands of dollars now. So, you know, this isn't like H&M prices, you know, it's expensive. So that's kind of my thought behind it, you know, of why I sold those bags. I was much younger when I purchased them. They definitely served a purpose. I loved my Prada nylon messenger bag. I wore that to death. And it's like as have matured and my style has changed a little bit more to, you know, I don't want to say safe, but it definitely is more understated, more classic. I find myself getting rid of those bags and settling into like the Chanel's and the Hermes for sure. Because I think they're so easy to wear when you're going out and dress up. And they're just as easy to be in sweats and a sweatshirt and carry a Birkin. Like, I feel like there's more versatility to it, which for me, that's how I get the value from my money and the value from those bags. So that's my thinking process. I hope that kind of helps. There's so much temptation out there. There's so much stuff to buy, and it's all beautiful. And for the most part, it's all made really well. The leathers, the structures, everything. So it's really easy to go broke buying everything. Even if you have a ton of money, like it's really easy to just buy. And my dad always would say, he still says it to me, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much money you spend. Because you can be making $5 million a year, but if you spend $5 million and one, you're in debt. So you need to have a good relationship with money so that it works for you and these things don't start owning you. That is no fun ever. I do not like that stress. So that's my thought process, guys, on the bags that I have and the bags that I've gotten rid of. On the last video, I showed you where I sell. I've had a couple people reach out saying that Fashion File is a good place to also sell, that they've had good luck with. So for you guys, I'm passing that forward. Fashion File might be a good place to go. And I'm loving your engagement. So keep it coming because it makes it so much easier for me to sit down and actually have something to talk about. So I love it. Hope you guys are great. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Next week, let's see, Grayson has Monday off, so he's home. Spring break is coming soon. Maybe we're planning on going away, but we're waiting on passports. So that's an issue. But I don't know. Everything is good. Thank goodness. Everything is on track today. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll talk soon. I'll see you Wednesday, and be well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit subscribe for more videos. Talk to you soon.